for inside, I mean, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able.
There's a lot of things going on, a lot of things pointing to the fact that something wasn't right. And I have to be totally honest with you guys, I'm not surprised by this news at all.
Caitlyn Clark, out? And Angel Reese? She's trending right after, again. Just minutes after news broke that Caitlyn Clark was sidelined with a groin injury. Fans noticed something wild. Angel Reese's reaction lit up social media. Coincidence? Or shade? Now the WNBA's two most talked about rookies are back in the spotlight. Not for buckets, but for a storm of injuries, tweets, and controversy. With Clark missing time and Reese's name in every comment section, the question isn't just, will Clark play? Idiots, is this rivalry turning personal?
Caitlyn Clark is out again with an injury, which is the worst thing you can hear if you're a fan of the Indiana Fever, and really if you're a fan of the WNBA, because obviously Clark is the engine that makes the Indiana Fever go, and is the single biggest driver of interest in the WNBA.
What's really raising eyebrows is the pattern. This is now Caitlyn Clark's third issue with her left leg in just 2 months. First, it was a preseason leg concern. Then came the left quad injury that sidelined her for 5 games. And now, it's the groin, again on the same side. The Fever say the injuries aren't connected, but fans and analysts aren't buying it. From the outside, it's starting to look like Clark's body is waving a warning flag. This isn't just one unlucky tweak. This could be the cost of non-stop pressure, back-to-back seasons, and carrying the weight of an entire league at just 22 years old.
I think Caitlyn's hurt. I'm not going to be surprised if sometime soon the Indiana Fever pulls her and sits her for a few games. I think she is still battling some sort of injury. And less than 12 hours later, the news dropped from the Fever. But it's a tough blow not only to Caitlyn because we know that she loves to be on the court. It's a tough blow for the Indiana Fever because that is their superstar. Whether she is playing to the best of her abilities or not, they are still a better team with her on the court.
For the Indiana Fever, this isn't just about losing their star player for a night. It's about deciding how far they're willing to push her in the name of short-term success. Clark isn't just another rookie. She's the centerpiece of the franchise, the face of national broadcasts, and the reason arenas are packed. But with her left leg now the source of multiple issues, the Fever are walking a dangerous line between competing and protecting.
The Indiana Fever just lost a really tough game against the Los Angeles Sparks, and it comes back to the 4 things the Indiana Fever always have trouble with: missed layups, missed free throws, interior defense, and rebounding. That is why the Indiana Fever lost this game, and that's why they cannot be a championship team, in my opinion. You have to be able to get stops, you have to be able to rebound the basketball when you do force stops, but there was some positives in this game as well that we have to get into. Kelsey Mitchell was spectacular. I love to see her furthermore breaking her shooting slump. She had 20 points today on 44% shooting from the 3-point line, so you like to see her have 3 back-to-back games in a row where she's having over 20 points. She's totally in her groove.
Every decision they make from here, whether to sit her, limit minutes, or rush her back, could shape not just this season, but Caitlyn Clark's career. And with national eyes locked in and rivalries heating up, the pressure to keep her on the floor has never been higher. With barely 24 hours between games, the Fever now face a brutal decision. Play Caitlyn Clark on Friday against Dallas, or sit her and wait for the massive showdown against the Las Vegas Aces next week. It's a tight window. No rest, no rehab, just risk. Coach Stephanie White says Clark is mentally tough and a quick healer. But groin injuries don't play games. One wrong move could sideline her for weeks. And just as the pressure hit a boiling point, Angel Reese's name exploded online. No statement, no tweet, just a reaction. Subtle, but loud enough for fans to run wild. Was it shade? Was it just timing? Or was it the latest spark in the most watched rivalry in the league?
Caitlyn Clark clearly not looking like herself. The Indiana Fever has the game put away, yet we still put her back in the game at 45 seconds left. Caitlyn Clark dealing with an injury, not looking like herself. The game is already out of hand, yet we still put her back in with 45 seconds left. How much patience do I need to have before I can start going nuclear? Because I am getting very frustrated with what I am seeing.
And maybe the ugliest truth? Everyone's profiting, except her body. The WNBA is cashing in on record-breaking attendance, jersey sales, viewership spikes, all thanks to the Caitlyn Clark effect. Networks plaster her face on every thumbnail. Fans pile into arenas just to see her warm up. But when the wear and tear shows, when her body starts to push back, suddenly the same media that crowned her turns cold. She's overrated. She's soft. She can't hang with the pros. This is what happens when hype turns into expectation without protection. No minutes restriction, no load management, no vet support system, and no one, not the team, not the league, not the WNBA Players Association, is stepping in with a clear plan. If this were the NBA, a no. One pick showing signs of strain would be immediately protected, monitored, strategized around. But here, Clark is expected to be a franchise savior, a ratings engine and a rivalry magnet, all while dealing with 3 left leg injuries in 8 weeks. The worst part? This system was never built for her, but now it's leaning entirely on her. And the moment she slows down, people forget everything she's already done. They call her a media creation. They downplay the impact she's had in just a few months. Meanwhile, no one's asking why she's even logging 35-plus minutes after coming off a quad injury. No one's questioning the silence around her medical care. And when she takes a night off, fans flip, brands stay quiet, and the league just shrugs. Let's be clear, Caitlyn Clark isn't fragile. She's being used up, fast. And unless someone in power steps in, we're watching a cautionary tale unfold in real time. The league keeps the lights on with her name. But when the injuries pile up, will they still be there? Or will she be just another headline they milked until it broke? And when it all eventually catches up to her, which it's clearly starting to, no one will take the blame. The media will call it unfortunate. And coaches will say it's just part of the game. The league will push another rising star into the spotlight, and the machine rolls on. But let's not pretend this wasn't avoidable. Caitlyn Clark has been asked to do everything, all at once. She didn't get the luxury of adjusting to the pros like most rookies. She got a target on her back, the weight of a crumbling franchise, a national broadcast deal, and the task of literally saving the league's popularity, all before her first paycheck cleared. She didn't just walk into the WNBA. She was parachuted in as the savior, with zero protection and no time to catch her breath. And it's not just the physical toll, it's psychological warfare. One week, she's hailed as the next Steph Curry. The next, social media is tearing her apart for going 1 for 10 from 3, or for sitting out with a groin strain, as if playing through pain is somehow part of her rookie job description. This is what happens when marketing outruns medical reality. She's on every poster, every press conference, every headline. But no one's asking how many miles are left in her legs. She's celebrated when she delivers, scrutinized when she struggles, and completely abandoned when she breaks down. And let's be honest, this isn't just about basketball anymore. This is about the business of women's sports, and what happens when the business starts to treat the player like a product. If this was the NBA, Caitlyn Clark would have a full team of private trainers, round-the-clock rehab specialists, and a front office managing every minute she played. But in the WNBA, it's game after game, cross-country flights, back-to-backs, and endless media, with no serious plan to preserve her longevity. It's not that the league doesn't care, it's that they can't afford to slow down. Because Caitlyn Clark isn't just a player anymore. She's a brand, a movement, a moneymaker. And the truth is, movements break when no one protects the person behind them. So what's the move here? Do the Fever play it smart? Give Caitlyn Clark the rest her body clearly needs, even if it means sacrificing wins? Or do they take the risk, push her back onto the court and gamble on short-term momentum over long-term health? And what about Angel Reese? Was that reaction just social media noise, or was it her way of claiming the spotlight while Clark sat out? One thing's for sure. This isn't just a basketball story anymore. It's about legacy, rivalry, health, pressure, and the battle for the future of the WNBA. Let us know what you think in the comments. Should Clark sit? Was Angel throwing shade? Or is this just the beginning of something much bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We know y'all have opinions. Should Caitlyn Clark sit out and recover? Was Angel Reese really throwing shade? Or is this just classic rivalry fuel? Either way, this story is far from over. And if you want more behind-the-scenes drama, injury updates, and everything Clark versus Reese, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and smash that notification bell. Trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next.